Before we even get started, let me say this. I don't give a fuck who your family is. If they fucked you over, they don't get to hide behind. We're family. I'm China Doll. And this right here is Let Me Pull Your Coat, the unfiltered world of Master Silk. And baby, this week, we're talking betrayal that comes with your baby picture. We're talking the worst kind of manipulation served up with your mother's Sunday dinner. And delusional lies dressed in family reunion t-shirts. Have you ever been stabbed in the back with a fork that still had your mama's cooking on it? If the answer is yes, then this episode is gonna cut deep. I'm not talking about disrespecting your family. I'll be discussing finally calling out the folks who disrespected you and thought they'd never get called out on it, because they're your family. Let's not forget the adoption arena. There are some pretty fucked up situations there as well. I'm about to expose most of what I know about it. So, if you've ever been accused of being wrong just because you cut somebody off that set your whole world on fire, buckle up, baby. This episode's about to get real uncomfortable for a lot of you, but also real necessary. Let's pull some coats. First, we got Eva from Lisbon. Her mother cuts her down in public, calls it just jokes, and expects her to laugh it off. Eva, that's not love. That's psychological abuse in a terry cloth robe. I had an aunt like that. Always had something slick to say. Always wore a fake-ass smile doing it. I didn't argue. I just stopped showing up. Protect your peace, even if it means leaving folks laughing by themselves. This one from Rashad in Chicago hit me hard. His own brother slept with his girlfriend. His mama still invites that man to Sunday dinner like he didn't wreck her son's heart. Rashad, listen. If your family is more committed to keeping dysfunction close than calling it out, then they're choosing comfort over character. You owe them nothing. You don't even owe them dessert. Zawadi from Nairobi said her father left when she was young, and now that she's successful, he wants a relationship. Let me say this. Guilt is not a love language. That man didn't raise you. He noticed your glow up and now he wants to benefit from a tree he never watered. Forgive if you must, but access? That needs a security badge. Joaquin in Tijuana let his cousin borrow money, but he said no the second time, and that same cousin knuckled up on him in front of his kids. Then his mama said he should have helped him. See, too many people confuse peace with enabling, but your job is to raise your kids, not your cousin. Always keep your peace sacred, and next time they knock, don't answer. Bree from Winnipeg had her own sister talking behind her back, trying to sabotage her relationships. And it hurts, because betrayal wrapped in childhood memories cuts deepest. Bree, love from a distance is still love, and sometimes silence is the healthiest boundary. Armand from Manchester asked what to do about cousins who only show up when they want something. It's simple. Treat them like Netflix subscriptions. Cancel when the value drops. Let folks know proximity isn't loyalty. If they're not with you in the dark, they don't deserve your light. Chantel in Little Rock cut her toxic father off. Now her entire family calling her cold. That's protecting your peace. That's called recovery. The minute you stop bleeding for people, they say you've changed. Tell them damn right you did, and healing looks damn good on you. This message from Greg and Denise in Phoenix broke my fucking heart. They adopted their best friend's daughter after they were killed in a plane crash. They raised her with love, gave her everything she could ever desire. She turned around and lied to the police. She accused Greg of abuse, just so she could run wild with some street dude she met online. These people damn near lost their freedom behind that girl's bullshit. After a thorough police investigation, the police never filed any charges. She apparently did the same thing at the age of 12 to her father while he was alive. That also turned out to be a fucking lie. Now she's in the streets, got a police record, and a disease no prescription can fix. That's what betrayal looks like when it's weaponized by an ungrateful, manipulative child with delusional lies. I say to all adoptive parents, read everything in those adoption papers, and we'll tell you everything about the child. To Greg and Denise, I'm so sorry this happened to you. But let's face it, your friends didn't tell you what was going on with their daughter behind closed doors. They presented her as a perfect little angel, which they should have. It was none of your business what went on in their house. You did not know the pure hell they were going through with her, or the pure hell she was putting them through. All I can say is that she's grown now. You've done your part. Let her go and live the life that she created for herself. Tyrone in Fort Lauderdale gave his mother access to his bank account while he was deployed. She emptied it out. She said, "We're family." Like that makes it right. That's not love. That's financial abuse with a Sunday hat on. Cut her off, respectfully, with the same precision she used to move your money. Kiara, from Sacramento, baby, says her uncle tried to touch her. Her aunt told her she's just being too fast with him. Her mama said, "That's just how he is. That ain't family." That's generational sickness. I applaud the fact that she hasn't spoken to them in 8 years. I hope she keeps that streak going, because protecting predators makes them predators too. Andre from Tulsa got ambushed at a cookout. He said his sister invited his ex, and her new man said it was for healing. Nah, it was for the drama. And all these emotional stuntmen and stunt women need to be blocked from your life, Andre. You don't owe anyone attendance to your own humiliation. Next time, RSVP with silence. Cynthia in Johannesburg took in her stepdaughter, raised her with patience and structure. That girl told CPS that Cynthia forced her to work and took her money. CPS investigated and discovered that it was a complete lie. My advice is, Cynthia, protect yourself. Now, I don't mean keeping the door open to war. Lock, burn the bridge, and build a new future without that dead weight. Alicia in Augusta took in her goddaughter when her mama went to prison, raised her like her own child for 12 years. She gave her a soft place to land. And at 16 years old, that girl, while pretending to love Felicia all those years, called the cops and said Felicia had been abusing her. Police came with a warrant and confiscated all of her phones and computers. Felicia sat in a damn jail cell behind a child she was feeding. After a full investigation, the police released her with an apology. But it was too late. After 56 years of living a sanctified life, she now has a police record. Now the girl's back. She's pregnant, broke, and clueless. Alicia, my advice to you is to let her ungrateful, manipulative ass stay out there where she so quickly wanted to go. She sacrificed your love for her love of the streets. Some people will only learn when they hit rock bottom, not your living room. Dreka in Poznan, Greater Poland, says she let her cousin move in with her. That same cousin slept with her man while she was at work. Her cousin said, "He came on to me, and somehow she's still living in the house." You must be a new kind of fool, unless you're running a halfway home for homewreckers. If you're not, then change the locks, bag up her shit, and tell her. Now kick rocks, and don't forget to take this motherfucker with you. Here's this week's shoutouts. Let me show love to the real ones, keeping this show alive. Ramon in the Bronx, your Apple Podcast review was poetry with a cigarette. You got a Let Me Pull Your Coat Tour jacket coming your way. Celeste in Toronto, you reposted the quote and dropped that Cash App and shared the trailer to your story with the caption, "This right here saved me." Girl, you earned that silk signature hoodie and cap. Leon in Atlanta, I saw that court date selfie with our podcast cap on. I see you're petty and proud. Much respect. You've got a tour jacket coming your way with a little stay out of trouble note from me. Anaya in Dallas, your email had tears, laughter, and 2 curse words I had to look up. Well, getting the family ain't loyalty. Limited edition tea. Malik in Memphis said, "This podcast raised me more than my uncles ever did." I said, "Say less." There's a hoodie, cap, and tour jacket, the full silk package on its way. Y'all keep tagging, sharing, and reviewing. If you want your name called out, leave a comment, or if you feel like it, drop a donation, but just be real loud with your support. We see all of it. Here's your coat pull of the week. I'm going to pull this coat real slow, because some of y'all still making excuses for people who wouldn't piss in your mouth if your guts were on fire. Family is not a free pass to mistreat you. It's not a license to lie on you. And it damn sure ain't immunity from consequences. Just because y'all share blood doesn't mean they get to bleed you dry. Some of you out here giving second, third, fourth chances to folks who wouldn't give you a Band-Aid if you were broken. You gave them love, they gave you trauma. gave them trust, they gave you a knife, you gave them a seat at the table, and they burned your whole damn house down. Cut them off before you start to confuse survival with loyalty. Before you keep pouring into a bloodline that's never even clapped when you won. Because here's the truth. The folks who say, "But that's your family," ain't the ones crying in the car after another betrayal. The ones saying, "You're too sensitive," weren't there when that family member shattered your peace for the 100th time. And the ones who say, "You should just forgive," are really saying, "Let them keep abusing you so I don't have to feel uncomfortable." You want freedom? You want real peace? Here's how you get it. Tell them, "I love me more than I fear your guilt trips. I choose peace, not proximity." And the next time someone says, "But that's your blood," you look them dead in the eye and say, "Blood might make you my relative, but respect? That's what makes you my family." This has been your coat pull of the week, and if it stung, then baby, it was probably for you. Let me leave you with this. A family is supposed to protect you, uplift you, and teach you how to love. But some of y'all had to unlearn everything your bloodline taught you just to breathe without breaking. You don't owe loyalty to people who gave you trauma. You don't owe calls, visits, babysitting, or forgiveness just because they show up at holidays with a smile and a lie. Block that aunt who said you should have just kept quiet. Ignore the brother who said you're too sensitive. And please, for the love of your own peace, cut off the cousin still acting like every gathering is an episode of Survivor. You can't heal where you're still being hurt, and you're allowed to pick your mental health over their comfort. So if they ask why you don't come around anymore, tell them, because peace is a luxury. And baby, I'm rich now. This is China Doll, standing in the truth, rocking this mic solo while Silk rocks the business world. Subscribe, share it with a friend, and remember, blood makes you related, loyalty makes you family, and silence is the real clapback. See you next week. Much love and much respect